Well, the whole idea started in the summer, and it was a proposal from Dr. Fred Davison, one of the activists in the village, who put to the community partnership the idea of participating in the National Heritage Week, because Cold Ash had never taken an opportunity to let people, particularly residents, learn part of its history. And so a committee was set up by Fred, put a lot of work in organising the opening of some of the more interesting historical buildings that are in Cold Ash.
Well, we have 5 buildings open in the village. The Fisher Room and St Mark's Church down at the west end of the village. And at this end of the village we have St Gabriel's Chapel open, the Cold Ash Centre, and this beautiful school, St Finian's.
I have therefore great pleasure in declaring the Cold Ash Heritage Open Days for 2013 to be open.
Well, we have several people that lived in the village that were really very interesting characters. The most important is probably the Reverend John Mackenzie Bacon, who lived in the village from 1876 until his death in 1904. He's known as the scientific balloonist and was at the time a sort of minor national celebrity because of his adventures in his balloon. He's Britain's first aerial photographer, and his daughter Gertrude, who was the first woman to travel in an airship and also the first commercial passenger in an airliner, she lived in the village, and she was his partner and took many of the photographs that we now have. And so she probably was Britain's first lady aerial photographer.
Probably the most interesting member of our family was my great-grandfather. Great-grandfather was a poacher and a very heavy drinker, got around the pubs drinking a lot, and always fighting, and used to fight to win fights outside pubs to win beer money. And he went to shore one night and took on a couple of chaps, and they gave him a real rough time, and he was in bed all the week. And on the Sunday morning he got up, and his wife said, "Where are you going then?" He said, "Oh, I'm going down to Newbury to thank the lady who got me home last Saturday evening." And she was a Salvation Army lady. So when he got to Newbury, he went to the Citadel, and they eventually converted him, and he became a member of the Salvation Army. And he then went around the pubs preaching about the evils of drink. And when the new Citadel was built in Northcroft Road, and I forget the year, he laid one of the foundation stones on behalf of the soldiers.
This retreat centre kind of reinvented itself about 4 years ago and opened itself up specifically as a youth retreat centre, welcoming school groups and confirmation church groups. And the idea, as Franciscans, our founder St Francis of Assisi, he had a great love for creation, a great love for animals. And so our idea really over the last 4 years has been to build up the centre and to build up the farm, to offer some Franciscan creation spirituality to the groups that come and visit us. The intention is not just so that they can interact with animals, but so that they can actually see animals and appreciate animals for what they are, rather than just for the food that they provide.
It's organised by the Cold Ash Community Partnership, but we've had a small committee of people who are very enthusiastic and who've worked very, very hard to set up the trail, to research the history and to prepare all the documentation for people. So I've got to say a great deal is down to them and the very, very hard work that they've done.